Grand Seiko's mascot is a lion, and in honor of this, we have seen many of the popular models, including the SBGA 413 and 415, using a lion's mane pattern dial. We have also seen a few very high-end versions of lion dial and case-style chronographs, which have been made in precious metals like the SBGC253 and costing $42,000. But now we have a model that is more reasonably priced and will give you the same style in the SBGC253. The SBGC253 Lion is meant to reveal the strength and power of a lion with its sharply faceted case meant to be the claws, and the main textured dial, which is in a color that is very close to an actual lion's fur. This piece also has pushers that are more standard than many of the other Grand Seiko chronograph offerings. But will this highly stylized chronograph be the one that gets you to adopt the most complex movement that Grand Seiko has to offer? Or will this be a large, busy thing that won't interest you at all? Let's find out. What's up everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel. Welcome back. This is where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland. And it's where you go when you're in the know. As always, the watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, and then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I reviewed the Grand Seiko SBGC253, which is part of Grand Seiko's standard lineup and has a dial texture that represents floorboards in a Buddhist temple turned white from a reflection of snow outside to sum it up. This could be a good one for you if you are after a white dial GMT that is totally neutral in color with just using white and gray tones. Wrist check time. Today I'm wearing my Omega Seamaster Professional on mesh bracelet. I got this because I'm a James Bond fan and I wanted to have something that was just like the original GoldenEye watch. But I didn't know that Omega was going to release the 60th anniversary edition this year, and I ordered my mesh bracelet last year, which I didn't realize that they would copy me and put it on theirs. So I'm super happy with this anyway. Now tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. The Grand Seiko SBGC253 has a 44.2mm case width, a 17mm thickness, a 49.6mm lug-to-lug, a 22.9mm lug width, a 33.3mm crystal diameter, and weighs in at 157.34 grams. The case is made out of a proprietary high-intensity titanium, which is an alloy of titanium, niobium, and iron, and is approximately 100 Vickers harder than stainless steel and 30% lighter. It is meant to embody the intense strength and dignity of lions with sharp angular areas that represent the claws of lions, while being angled inwards for comfort. You will find a beautiful mix of Zaratsu finish on the outer edges and small areas with broad matte finish on the claws and drilled lugs so you don't have to damage the finish as much when swapping out the bands. The bezel is fixed and it's in black. It has a beautiful sapphire crystal insert, and for the GMT function, it has an Arabic numeral even number grade and rectangular pips for the odd number grade. The pushers are compact and the crown is a screw down. The dial is an ivory white with a lion's mane pattern. The markers are broad trapezoidal shapes with fantastic high polish finish on them and a stripe of lume in the center of each. Grand Seiko and the GS logo can be found at the top left section offset. A 30-minute subdial for the chronograph can be found at the top right section, with 3 small red pips and a silver-toned hand with a red tip to show that it's part of the chronograph function. The hour and minute hands are Dolphin style and are finished to perfection, with the GMT hand having a black tip, and all of them are in silver tone, while the chronograph second hand is silver toned with a red tip to be color coded with the chronograph dials. The date aperture has a white background and a silver toned frame and black numerals. The actual seconds can be found at the middle left section, and the second hand is in silver tone. The bottom right subdial shows a 12-hour timer for the chronograph and has a silver toned hand with red tip and small red pips to differentiate it from the normal time. The power reserve indicator can be found at the bottom left section and shows a gray swoosh to indicate that the power reserve is fully charged at the bottom, and 3 gray bars to show each full day of power. Lume can be found on the hour and minute hands, the GMT hand, all dial markers, and every marker on the bezel. The case back is open and shows off the beautiful 9R86 movement. The movement is one of Grand Seiko's finest, which is the 9R86. The 9R86 is a spring drive chronograph that has an accuracy of 15 seconds per month. The chronograph's spring drive is the most complex movement that they assemble, and the watchmakers wear these pieces as a badge of honor. This movement has a 72-hour power reserve and 50 joules. The bracelet is made out of high-intensity titanium and has a brushed finished H-link design. It has a low-profile clasp with spring bar micro adjustment. The Grand Seiko SBGC253 is 200-meter water resistant. It's not a limited edition and can be yours for $12,000. Now for my personal opinion. This is a masculine and tough-looking timepiece, and it does feel like a lion to me when I look at it. The dial color is actually pretty close to the fur on a real lion, and unlike the SBGC230, the texture is extremely visible. I like how this piece looks uniquely like a Grand Seiko with this highly angular and actually very beautifully finished case. If you have been upset with the large pushers on other chronograph models that they make, then this could be the answer to your chronograph dreams. The 9R86 movement really is like a badge of honor for Grand Seiko because of its complexity, and if you're into complications, then this could be a great way to house them. The bracelet does taper and does have a micro adjust for the naysayers. I have a 6.5-inch wrist, and from top down, this actually looks pretty good and reminds me of a Seiko Samurai a bit. But yeah, it's pretty tall and ultra deepish when looking down the barrel. I'm sure that when this is sized up though, it won't be a big deal unless you like to wear tightly tailored cuffs. I'll go ahead and recommend this piece for those of you who love the SBGC230, but just found it to be $30,000 more than you could spend, or just want a uniquely Grand Seiko chronograph to enjoy. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.